Hello and welcome in. I am Miss Kinghorn and welcome back to another episode of Transport Fever 2. This week we are going to be working on some new lines and getting in some little troublesome areas where we're going to have to see about getting more vehicles, different vehicles, maybe increasing some bits and pieces as well. But we are jumping straight in here to work on this line at the top right hand corner of the map. Let me just organise myself. In there, where we're going to be working on our bricks in here. So you can see straight away we are placing this second one here. If you move it outside of sort of that white area, so where the sign doesn't come up, or the factory doesn't come up in a white, then it won't work. So it's too far away, so you have to make sure it's close to that, but not too close, because obviously the longer the goods take in the vehicle, it costs more money as well. So we're adding another road depot in there as well, because it is quite a long way from another one, and I don't think we actually have a road set up ready for that as well. So this is going to be our stones to bricks that we've got going in here in a very bright yellow, I have to be fair. And then we're going to create another one going from there down to here, which is where they're going to end up in God Manchester. So we need to get one of these little drop off areas down for the bricks in here. So we're just going to place that nicely there and get that added to this line here and make that another sort of yellowy kind of colour. Let's go for that one. In there, they are done by the More Lines Colours mod, which is probably one of only very few mods that I actually have running in this game. I did list them all up in the first episode, so if you want to check out which mods I've got, make sure to check that one out in there. So we'll have a look at our trucks now. We've got Tipper truck can do the stones, so let's have 5 of those, but they can't do bricks. So we're going to have to get 2 different types of vehicles for this, 2 lines that work for this whole sort of grouping in here. So as you can see, no bricks, and then this one can't do stones, but it can do bricks. So working up there and grabbing 5 of them and placing those on this line as well. And then that is going to get this whole little area here up and running. So you can already see there are lots of stones being collected and waiting to go to the brick making factory before heading down over to God Manchester, which is down there, which I'm not even sure is a real place. So if you know, let me know. If you live there, sorry, but do let me know in there. So let's move. Bit of a jump into here, and we're going to work on another line here. So there are a few towns around here that require food, so, and they've also got some farms, so there is quite a lot of sort of demand for food. I think it's about 3 towns in this area that require food, so we're going to get that up and running. Oh, that's not going to work. No. Okay. Let's do it in sections, shall we? There we go. And curve that one round into there and off that way. Now we do have a road depot down here, so that's going to be a good solution in there. And that's going to come up in there. Oh, we've got some new vehicles. We've got a bus and a train. Looking at that, so we may do some improvements. We'll have to see how much we can get in. Oh, that's not going to work either. Alright, let's go that way. And where are we going? It's up there somewhere. Just up to there. Okay. And working that out into there. Too far away to place that. There we go. So that's now connected into I as well. So we're going to get all of this ready to go. We're probably going to use 1 farm for now, but we may see if the demand outstrips the grain that we can get. So I'm going to place this as close as I possibly can, because it is quite a small little loop. So at the moment we're going to do 2, so I've placed 2 platforms on one side and one on the other, but I'm going to swap those around into there, so that's going to go close into there. Perfect. And now the unload stops are going to come into here, so we're going to place that just in. Oh, we're going to do some road work and curve that round. Oh, that's probably a better idea. It's a good job I thought about it, isn't it? And we're just going to place that round over there so that they can all get their goods in as normal. Right. We're going to place it there instead. Okay. I thought I'd already done that, but okay. And now we're going to come down to Clumpton down here and work out where we need this to be. So we're probably going to place it as close to, we might not get every building in, or every commercial shop I should say in, but we're going to get it all in there, and we're going to come and build another road coming around off of here. Oh. Snapping. Thank you. How is that train doing in the background as well? There's quite a few people there I can see. So, and get that straight up there. And that just provides a loop as well to help. And it will get more houses coming in there, more factories, more bits and pieces like that as well. So let's get this line all set up. So the first lot here from Clumpton South is going to come in to that one under there. So it's going to be a full loop all in one. And we're going to have this as our nice bright green for plants. And because of the way that this is working, we're going to have to actually set this all up. So we're going to pick up grain there. And then we are going to offload grain at the factory. And we are going to pick up our food, or in this case bread as the logo shows, and then we're going to drop that off, and then it's going to do the last little bit on its own empty. So grain to food to Clumpton, it's going to go in there, and then we'll set up the other line from there. So that's going to be from there, and then that's coming this way up to I. So we're going to get that into another shade of green, and we'll just, although this is quite a simple line, pick up and drop off and come back empty, we're just going to plop all of that in for here, and then food to I. Oh, it's I in there. Apparently we don't have food, we have fluff. Because I've spelled that wrong, I've put another F in it instead of a D. I'll come back and change that, don't worry. Right then, so we have some buses here waiting, but I think we're going to buy some new ones in there. So they can do grain, but they can't do food, where this one can do everything. But this one can do 12, where the probably newer version can only do 11. So we're going to grab lots of those into there. And let's go for 14. 10 of those. No, 4 of those are, what are we doing? 5, 7. Let's go for the 10 that I said earlier on. They're going to go on the bigger line because they're going to be taking a longer route, and obviously they're going to be doing the grain bit at the beginning, where we're just going to have the 4 on that line in there. And I've just noticed I've spelled it wrong. Oh, the joys of doing a voiceover after the fact. Alright then, let's get that one all set up. So for the first time, the 4 that we're going to go into I are going to go empty, but they won't, when they come back, there should be food ready for them in there. There's already grain waiting. That's all going to be collected. We can easily add a second farm coming in as well, but Clumpton is growing quite nicely. It's 90% growth in there, and that's obviously going to have lots of food, so that's going to make it grow even more. I think we're using Clumpton as sort of our sort of big hub, so it's where everything's sort of going to go through. So we've got a lot of we've got the train line, and other bits and pieces. We may actually get a bus from I to Clumpton. A little bit of a future plan, maybe, just to sort of connect that in as well. And there, so you can see some of the lines are not making us quite so much money, which is this one here. There's lots of people waiting at the train station, but not necessarily on the buses. This is quite a small town of Ilford, at least in this game, so we're just going to take a couple of these off and send them back to the depot, so that just reduces the amount of costs we have going out, as well as there is no real demand for anything like that. So you can still see the food to I, which as I said is gone empty. It's going to cost me some money at the start, but that will come in. And then the Ilford bus, hopefully that should start to put in some more money and goods into there. So you can see the vehicles are all looking pretty good in there, and the cargo, is any of the ports over full? Cargo, the Falmouth South, which is the one we did right at the end of last episode, they have got 130 something odd waiting, and there's only 2 points in there, so we're going to increase the size of that by a few. It's not going to make it complete, but I think we're also going to grab out some new vehicles as well. So we've already got 7 on here, but we're just going to add clone some more, so that takes us up to 10, so that should help reduce that as well. So you can see it's coming out, because they're also doing a full loop. It's not like a backwards and forwards, they are going in that loop. So future plans for future episodes, maybe we'll get that bus from I to Clumpton. There's another food areas that we need to get in as well, and that's all coming together nicely. You can see the size of some of these towns. So Clumpton's the top in there, looking good. Growth of now 100%, and the same for Falmouth. And then right down here at the bottom are some for Ottery St Mary, which are getting nothing at the moment, but they're going to be some that we focus on in the near future to hope those boost them up the list. The ones at the actual top of there are the ones that are getting either goods or people, so a lot of those have the train lines set up ready to go, so that's all fine. In there, lots of different options. So we've got statistics for our industries in there as well, and there. And so how is this line doing? Oh, there's 35 food waiting there, and there's 8 stored, and they've got 2 and 1 coming for there. But that is all for this week and there. But if you have liked this video, then please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. It'll be greatly appreciated, and we'll be back with Transport Fever in 2 weeks' time. But for now, you can follow me here on YouTube. You can follow me over on Twitter, Discord, and on Twitch. All the links are down below